Welcome back. If the elections kept us busy in the first half of 2014, then in the second, we were racing to keep pace with a Prime Minister and a government in a hurry. Now, one of the areas which witnessed rapid changes is the Environment Ministry, seen to have held up growth through a mixture of green activism and inertia in the UPA years. But as we found, the UPA may not have been as anti-industry as it seemed, and had already started the process of diluting green safeguards, a process that the new government is simply carrying forward with greater urgency. The Forest Advisory Committee has, in its 5 sittings since May, cleared 85% of the proposals they've received, a total of almost 34,000 acres of forest land diverted, a rejection rate of 0. It's not as if the UPA was any better when it came to the large-scale clearing of projects, approving nearly 10,000 proposals in its 10 years with a rejection rate of under 1%. But the fact that there was even a modicum of questioning of sensitive projects, some say, was in the selection of independent voices as the non-official members of the Forest Advisory Committee. Under the UPA, the non-official members included environmental historian Mahesh Rangarajan, sociologist Amita Bhaviskar and the environmentalist Ullas Karanth. Amongst the projects rejected by the earlier FAC, a massive hydel dam in Arunachal's sensitive Dibang Valley, which threatens to submerge huge swaths of forest and displace tribals.
I think it came up the very first time. It did come up during the end of our tenure. I'm not very sure because it's 4 years. And it seemed like there was hardly any preparation for a project of that scale.
But in just one hearing, the new FAC cleared the project.
Dibang project, which involves more than 350,000 trees, there is no change. The same FAC in August takes a decision that we will not reject it because no studies have been done. In September, recommends for approval of the project.
The NDA's non-official members include Chaitram Pawar, the Vice President of the Maharashtra wing of the RSS's Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram, which reaches out to tribal communities. When we asked him why the Dibang Valley project was approved, he said he did not have a clear idea of the details.
ये मेरा पहला मीटिंग था, जबकि मेरा जो काम है ग्राउंड लेवल पे जो कि वन को बचाना है, वहाँ की जो छोटे-छोटे बायोडायवर्सिटी का जो है, जैसे कि यहाँ की चीजें वो संभालने के लिए, तो मुझे उसमें ज्यादा अनुभव नहीं था पहले बैठक में. अभी मेरा 3 मीटिंग हुआ है.
The other non-official member is Ramesh K. Dave, a retired forest officer from Madhya Pradesh.
So such a big power project in an area which requires development. So I mean, it will be good for the development of the area.
1.5 lakh trees will be cut.
Oh, that is sometimes you have to do that for development of the area.
We don't know actually. The people who are there have no background on forest policy related issues.
Okay.
And therefore you have one person who must have done good work at the grassroots level. But when you're talking of Forest Advisory Committee, you are looking at the macro level. You are looking at it in terms of the country's forest policy as a whole.
The only member who is retained from the earlier FAC, Muhammad Firoz Ahmed, a wildlife biologist from Assam, who gave the sole dissenting note in the clearance of the Dibang project.
If the judgment of the test of a better governance is how many approvals that you have given, then that's a very poor state of affairs. If you're looking at better governance, transparency in the decision making, greater accountability, that has clearly not happened. Okay. One is not stating that the UPA was the best. There was a problem with the environmental governance there. The issue today is we are no better than previous, we are in fact worse off.